So, Craig Pynn, thank you for talking with me today. You're the author of One Man's Life-Changing Diagnosis, Navigating the Realities of Prostate Cancer. Why did you write this book?
Well, shortly after being diagnosed with aggressive prostate cancer in 2009, I went out and looked long and hard for a memoir written by some guy who had had the cancer and in the process described his personal experience of being diagnosed, treated, and then having to live as a survivor. In addition to the clinical details, I really wanted to know how cancer affected him emotionally, psychologically, and even spiritually. So I went to Amazon, and among the 1,200 book titles that show up when you search on prostate cancer books, the literature available for us newly diagnosed patients was mostly lengthy clinical tutorials written by doctors, or maybe enthusiastic praises of different treatment methods that the author believed were superior to everything else, and a lot of other manly but agenda-laden titles that talked about how to beat, conquer, or avoid prostate cancer. Well, obviously it was too late for me to avoid it. All of them dealt mostly with the clinical side of the cancer, but I really couldn't find any book that really honestly explored a man's feeling in any depth besides the medical aspects. How was the effect of this disease on the less tangible parts of him, his psyche? And I couldn't find anything, much less that talked about his spiritual journey. So not finding the book, I basically started out journaling and then writing the book because I really, in the end, don't think there's anything unique about me. I have to believe that there are other guys besides me who, as they absorb the emotional shock of hearing they have cancer, want to know what cancer treatment feels like. How does the cancer affect his relationships, especially with his wife or partner, and how cancer fundamentally raises the very enormous issue of having to finally confront your own mortality, which, being a baby boomer, I had pretty much been in denial about all my life. After all, Bob Dylan's song Forever Young is really our demographic anthem. And speaking to boomers is really the other reason that I decided to write the book. Our generation, I think, has different attitudes about health and healthcare than our fathers of the greatest generation. They pretty much took whatever their doctors said at face value and tended to obey their orders. But I think we boomers are more skeptical and yes, rebellious. So as far as I could figure out, there were really no other books out there about a guy's prostate cancer experience written by someone from my generation. And I think what's true for boomers, I think will be just as true for the Generation Xers and the millennials that are going to follow us. These are the guys and their partners that I really ended up writing for.